Okay, we're going to do a little bit of experimenting. I had this tumbler that was that I'm repurposing, and a bunch of the glitter from the previous use didn't come off, so I spray painted it black so that you shouldn't be able to see all this underneath the glitter. But anyways, 20-ounce skinny tumbler from MakerFlo, and I'll be using MakerFlo Fine in Midnight Sea. I'll be using Brea Reese in silver alcohol ink. I'll be using Pinata Blanco alcohol ink. I'll be using Pinata Passion Purple alcohol ink. And this is Ranger alcohol pearl in celestial. And then this is Marabu alcohol ink color shift in glitter violet blue green. Now for the other glitters, I'll be using Recollections specialty glitter. It says it's pink. It's called Pink Flowers, but they look purple to me, lavender. So this is unknown. I forgot where I got this at Michael's, but I forgot. I'm sure it's Recollections, but I don't know what the name of it is. So we're gonna call it holographic silver and baby blue, because it looks like it's got a medium chunk holographic silver and a very fine baby blue. And then we're gonna use in order to adhere this to my tumbler, we're going to use Crystal Lac glitter glue. And never mind my dogs, they're misbehaving, or at least one of them is. Alright, so let's get this glitter adhere to the tumbler. And I'm going to use a soft makeup blush brush that has been through the wringer. It still works, it's still soft. And we're going to use this to apply the glitter glue. Oh, well, you know what? Let's close this. I don't get no glitter glue on the inside. So we want to just cover up the entire tumbler with glitter glue. Normally, I know when I'm using glitter and it's a base and it's going to be covered with all other kind of product, I'll use Mod Podge. But we're going to do different this time, and we're going to use glitter glue for the base underneath all this other glitter and alcohol ink. And again, this is just something that I know what it looks like in my head. So we'll see if it looks the same once it's completed. So I'm trying not to get too many streaks of the glitter glue. And it's not too important, but it is if it were a white color. Alright, so let's get this covered. After we get this covered, what we'll do, you know what, I'm gonna have to put another coat of glitter glitter glue, because I forgot this had the lid on here, and I don't want it to be dry. So let's go over it just one more time, just to be safe. Already messing up. I want to spread out the glue evenly as possible so that it doesn't show chunks underneath from the glitter. Alright, now let's try this again. So we're gonna, you know what, let me lighten this up a little bit more. Alrighty. Oh, this is a really pretty color. Look at that. It looks like a black blue. This is a really pretty color. I'm kind of almost wanting to do it like a Milky Way tumbler, sorta, kinda, but I'm using alcohol ink. The last Milky Way tumbler that I did not use any alcohol ink. It did come out pretty, but we want to see if we can make it even prettier. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to let this dry for about 2 to 3 hours. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and spray it with Rust-Oleum 2 times clear coat to seal in all the glitter. And I really don't have to, but I don't want to lose any more glitter when I'm putting on the epoxy. So let it sit for 2 to 3 hours. I'll seal it with Rust-Oleum 2 times clear spray paint, and then I'll use maybe 2 layers, 2 coats of epoxy, and I'm going to use Alumilite Amazing Quick Coat. And once that cures, then we'll come back to finish the rest of the cup. I'll be back. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Look how pretty this turned out. This was a really pretty color. Okay. I am going to sand it down just a little bit, just so that it's smooth, not too much, because we're still putting epoxy over it and it wasn't too bad, but I want to make sure I get the rim sanded down pretty good so that it can give me a little bit of stainless steel for the last coat of epoxy to adhere to on the tumbler. Alrighty, didn't get my napkin ready. So I'm wiping it down. Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me get this. You know what? Let me get my Dremel. It's always easier, just messier. Okay. Yes, I'm doing the inside with alcohol, but know that whenever cups are finished, whenever I complete a cup, I wash it thoroughly with soap and water, inside and out, before I give it to the customer. Okay, see how I just got a little bit of stainless steel to show, and all the sanding, it doesn't show under the epoxy, so don't worry too much about that. All right, now hold on. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a thin layer. Let me get my turner. Hold on just a second. Sorry that my mat is all full of epoxy, but I need to get it in the wash and sink and wash it really good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a thin layer of epoxy by itself, and we're gonna try to work almost fast but not too fast. And the reason why I say that is because I've got all these colors that I'm going to use, and I want to try to use them before the epoxy starts to harden. And if it does harden, I mean, no big deal. I'll just stir up another little batch of epoxy. But yeah, we're gonna cover this with epoxy, and the little extra that I have, I'm gonna pour so much in here in these little cups, and then I'll put like a little bitty drop of Blanco, because because really don't need that much white. That one's toward the end. I have silver. I have all these, and it's Brea, Reese. Let me shake them up, make sure they're shooken really good, because they sat for a minute. I want to make sure this is really cool. I'm looking forward to this one. It's a color shift, glitter, violet, blue, green. I have all these in the description below, so with the links of where you can find them at. I was going to shake the glitter. Okay, let me get some epoxy going, and I'm going to put gloves on because I know it's probably going to be a little messy. So I'm going to probably mix up more than I need to. I'm going to mix up 20 milliliters of epoxy, 10 part A, 10 part B, and that's because some of it's going to go on the tumbler first, and then the rest are going to go into these little cups where I'm going to put my alcohol ink. I like to mix up my epoxy for 3 minutes, and I have a little timer. Not everybody times their mixing, which is fine, as long as it's not cloudy or your epoxy isn't cloudy or anything, then it's good to go. But we're going to time it for 3 minutes. I don't know if I'm on film right here, but hold on. Sorry, my phone was ringing. So, see how it's a little cloudy? That's when you know it still needs to be mixed. So there are some tumbler creators who just mix it until they don't see that it's cloudy. I mix it for the full 3 minutes, scraping the bottom, scraping the edges as I go along. And this first coat that I'm going to put is pretty much going to be like the foundation of all the alcohol inks. So we're gonna see how this looks. Hopefully it looks good. And if y'all still with me, thanks for sticking by me and keeping up with my tutorials. Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and share my videos, and also hit the notification button so that when I do post a new video, y'all will be notified that my new video is up. I appreciate y'all for being by and watching. Alrighty. So let's get this turner going. Alright, so I'm going to cover this tumbler with this epoxy, get it all covered up. And we're going to kind of work fast. That's because I don't want my other little epoxy bundles to dry out on me. Alright, since they've already been mixed, I am going to try to work with this, what I have. And I'm going to move this around with my finger once I get most of it down from on the tumbler. See, like spots like that. Just want to spread them out evenly. I would have used my finger, but I kind of want it to be really thin, and I think my finger would have spread it out pretty thick. If it's too much like this, I'll take some off. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay, there's that color. Now we're going to do this blue-green, which probably won't show up as bright as I want, but that's fine. Oh, it looks pretty. This is really pretty. Can't wait to see what it looks like after I'm done. This one I do want to do my finger just a little bit. But I'm going to do it with my nail so that it's okay. Now let's do the blue. And this is alcohol pearl. And we're going to go over the silver with the blue. The last one I'll do is the white. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to do the white and then the purple so that the purple can shine, calm down the white, I guess, if you will. I almost don't need to since I have this silver, but we're going to do it anyway. not going to use too much of the flowers because I got the other glitter coming here in a minute. I feel like these are going to move around, so they might be all over the place by the time this gets cured, moving with the epoxy. Okay, that's enough. All right, now let's do, oh goodness, the Blanco. Forgot to pour it in the little cup. I said 1 drop. I ended up letting 2 slide by, but I'm not going to use too much because I have a lot of that silver. So really I'm pretty much almost going to not use the white. And I'm going to do it over the silver, because then over the silver is where I'm going to do the purple. Yeah, and my flowers are moving around, which is fine. Now let's do the purple. And we're going to go over the white with the purple. It's going to be my darkest color on here, but you should be able to see it over the silver and the white. The last glitter I have, I'm going to try to put it in spots that I don't have no alcohol ink. This tumbler turner, I got it from True Quality, and it's a individual who sells them on Etsy. This is the third tumbler I bought from him. I love them. They're really good. Alrighty, now for the last one. We are gonna just put little bits here and there. Now with the tumbler turner and the epoxy moving around, I know I'm putting it in one direction. It might move, so it might make its own work of art. We'll see how it ends at the end. This tumbler turner might make its own work of art. Alrighty, so let's hit it with the torch and get all these in the trash while I still have my glove on. Okay, so we're going to pop any micro bubbles that I might have created with the torch. I got this torch on Amazon. Okay, so we're gonna let this turn for about 6 hours, maybe even overnight, and then I'll come back tomorrow. We'll look at the results from this alone, and then after that I'll put one more coat of epoxy to seal it all in. I still have to put my logo at the bottom, so we'll do that on this next time I'm online. All right, thanks for sticking by me and keeping watch of my tumbler tutorials. I'll be back. here's what we got. We're gonna put on this decal. Maybe I need to stop buying vinyl on clearance. It's Cricut vinyl, and I got it on at Michael's on clearance, in their clearance bucket. It is not wanting to budge. Goodness gracious. And this is strong transfer tape. It's not like it's the weak one, it's the strong one. It's just not wanting to pick it up, or the vinyl isn't wanting to get released from the carrier sheet. Okay, let me try this and get the last bit of wording. I apologize for my dogs. If I do a voiceover, it's gonna be because of them. Alright, well I want to put it where this is on this side. That way the really pretty side can still be seen. And I feel like that was just too much. Alright, so let's get this on here evenly, straight as we can. Sorry, y'all. Alrighty. Let's see if this gives me help pulling off. And this is the offset. I still need to put vinyl on top of it, wording on top of this. So see, it's not the transfer tape, it's the vinyl. This transfer tape is strong. It's this darn vinyl. Ugh. Crap. The top lettering that I'm going to put, I'm going to place it word for word, because this is make sure I get each letter on correctly. Straight, I guess. Well, now that doesn't want to let it go. Goodness gracious, what is going on? I swear I never had this much trouble with Cricut vinyl. Okay. I thought I was going to have trouble with the transfer tape, but it's not. It's the vinyl I'm having trouble with. Alrighty. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Don't start. Alright, let's see here. And it's so thin, I'm gonna weed it when it's transferred over to the vinyl. And I see some air bubbles there. What is that? Alrighty. Let's try a different piece of transfer tape. Alrighty. I'm gonna give up on this cup if this doesn't work. Oh look, I didn't have to weed it. Weeded itself. Well, at least some of it. See, that didn't give me problems. It's the gray vinyl that gave me hell. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking and I'm going to speed up the camera for the rest of this. 2 more coats of epoxy on this and then take some pictures and we'll be done.